Oh yeah. Yeah. I've pretty much been at the same job since I was 15, so oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. It's a lot faster PS5 to PS5. Be there in about 3 weeks. Hey, RXY, how's it going, sir? And I don't know where that one just popped in at. That's weird. I gotta open this back up. You know, on the weekends I've been kind of cheating and bringing my laptop from work home so that I can actually see things a little bit better. And I popped the chat out to one side, so I got this video stream up on one side and the chat on the other, and then all of a sudden the video side changed to something entirely different without a back arrow, so I couldn't just back up to get to it. I'm like, all right, well, guys, welcome in. We are back to season 16 in the region reversal mode. So we are going to see what kind of trouble Ian and I can get into. Steve may be along a little bit later. So we will see what kind of chaos we can create. Not even sure where we were at. What do we got? U.S. Forest Service, of course, needs everything. I've been trying to make sure everything is activated right off the get-go. Just... Oh, I know what I was working on last time. And you could probably tag along as some assistance, was the patched up behemoth. I was getting the Chimera. Got to drag that across the river, fix it, and drag it back. So, which I don't get why they make you drag it all that way to fix it. So we will. I think I've got a truck by it, but we're going to need a truck with some repair parts on it that we can take with us. It's a contract. Trying to think the best one to use for putting the repair add-on on there. I hate to go OP, but I'm almost thinking the Mastodon. Like I say, I've already got a truck. I believe I already have a truck over there. I pulled the thing back out to the main road. Yeah. Body add-on. Looks so out of place on this truck. 6 tires there. Do the gearbox. Yes, they did. All right. I have a Zix sitting outside the garage for you, and I will. All right. Well, that's. Ah, yes, because it is on the Tetra. You know, being that it's mostly paved roads all the way, you may catch up to me before I get all the way across the river. Even with where I'm located at. Because I got this little Tatra to pull it with, so. We will see what kind of headway we can make. Oh, I better turn his engine on because otherwise he's going to push me all the way down this hill. He's already riding up on me. There we go. My regular playthrough, I waited until after I had the whole dam fixed. So I just drove it all on pavement all the way. But being that it is one of the few halfway decent high saddle trucks I'm going to have, it just may come in handy to have it earlier on. Don't you be stopping on me down there. You just heave your happy butt up over that. There you go. Yeah, this is definitely where I want to go down at. Yeah, I should have made the service ad on military green and bigger for it. That would have definitely been a good idea on that truck. They kind of dropped the ball on that. Just do a color match thing. Have I activated Hope Floats Eternal? Yes. All right. I am just crossing the water. So you're definitely gaining on me because I was a lot closer to this water than you were to the gateway. Okay, we're going to have to stretch the winch out a little bit, I think. Come on. Caught on a little rock over there. Really? So much for that idea. What are you caught on? Oh yeah, she's hung up on something in the river here. I'll be there shortly, boss. Oh yeah, I'd say we're definitely going to need the mastodon. Trying to get this guy to re-angle himself, and he's just having none of it. Old Thatcher just don't quite seem to have it. Come on, heave it around there. Oh, we made it past whatever hang up that one was. Finally. Just kept changing the angle I was tugging them at. And well, my normal playthrough, I've only got just the tasks in Salt River Mountains to do, and then there's like 7 or 8 contracts left to do. Hello, Adam. Welcome, welcome. Whoa, don't you kick yourself over there. Come on. Can't believe I made it up that. That was easier than crossing the river. Of course, don't have the right thing up on the screen. Now I just got to tug them back into that hole. I hear you coming. All right. Stage complete. That was a good time to release the winch when I got myself pinched in there. Hey, look at that. Ian's in chat. Yeah. Now we got to crawl back over the hole to the other side. You just got to remember to go left when you go over these things. Just not too far left. You dirty, rotten scoundrel. Parked right on top of me. Get off of me. Yeah, you know, turning radius of a super tanker. For such a small truck, you'd think it would turn easier. Uh-oh. At least I was able to see that you were coming back. You know, you got some guys, Steve, who tend to reverse unexpectedly. Come on, get off of there. What? Does seem like it would do a much better job at getting over some of the stuff with the gigantic tires. Yeah, it's doing a pretty darn good job. Pulling a truck that's like 3 times its size. Kind of thought that was going to be an issue. That one rock sticking out on a slight angle right there. Diff lock maybe? Eagle, how goes it? But I tell you though, this thing's got no power in low range at all. Come on, forward. Quit coasting backwards. Get out of auto reverse. Stuck in auto reverse, it would not go forward. Yeah, we may need Mama to pull it up the hill. Yep, I'll leave her there and let you grab hold of it and get it up here. That's why we brought the big dog out. And I can adjust the time. A little bit of morning sunshine. Robert Knopf. Sorry, didn't see you come in. Welcome, sir. I gotta admit, I was a little nervous driving it across this stretch right here. One bad bounce and it'd be over. Ooh. 20, that was a little harsh. All right, let's roll. I know something I gotta change. I gotta change that to all chat. Top chat. Another guy that I've been watching and stuff, he's fairly new to Snowrunner. He's been streaming for a little while, but pretty new to Snowrunner. I was watching him beforehand and somebody got on and using Hebrew they started out with a nice greeting and he's like, you know, well, I don't understand that and everything. So then they started telling him he was lazy and stupid and stuff in there. And of course, I'm clicking the translate to English button on my screen so I could tell him what it said. And the minute I did that and called the guy out on it, I said, hey, you need to be a little more respectful. You know, this guy's streaming and trying to provide entertainment for you. I said, try to be a little more respectful. So then the dude tried to start in on me, and it was funny because the guy I was watching immediately went and made me a moderator on his channel, and the guy that was trying to start the stuff shut right up. Say, oh, the minute you're got that issue of getting booted, now you want to play nice and be quiet. I don't get it. You know, if you want to watch somebody, that's great. If you don't like what they have, go watch something else. Much as I want my channel to grow, somebody like that pops in. I don't care if they subscribe or not. I recognize that name. First thing I'm going to do is ban them. I don't need toxic people on my channel. It's just bad for the viewers and the streamer alike. It's funny. He'll stop chewing on that bone every once in a while and look at me with his big grin on his face like, thanks, Dad! Well, 813 is doing a pretty good job, especially now that we're back on the pavement. She struggled with it off-road a little bit, but funny spot for the radiator on the roof of the truck. Of course, when the engine's back behind like that, I suppose it's got to go somewhere. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, but initially, but the fans start spinning as soon as you turn the engine on. Yep. Yeah, right before coming out of here is the worst spot of this. As the bumper comes through the windscreen. I mean, where else are you going to get paid to pull a truck back and then get given the truck? Right. Oh, yes, he is. He's going to town on that thing. And I love the way they want you to nose in with this thing. Alright, where's the spot? Way over there. Oh, actually the spot's behind me, I think. I just haven't, because we haven't fixed it yet. It's not showing up. I'll take care of the fuel off my roof rack here. If I've got enough. Roof rack. Of course I don't have enough in there. Might have to dump some fuel on it and then steal it back out. Just to complete this section. Ooh, wait. Ah, I can steal it out of one of these generators. Haha. It's only 25 gallons. No. There we go. Generator. Chimera. Now it's got fuel on it. Alright. Now, of course it grabbed the generator instead of the truck. Trying to get that quick winch to do what you want it to do. Just never seems to happen. All right, patched up Behemoth. Great job. With the truck up and running again, we can resume our work. By the way, you're free to use it too if you ever need it. We conducted a full inspection. It's perfectly fine. You can consider it yours now. All right, well then y'all ain't going to be using it, will you? 1190 XP, 1430 cash. All right, she looks a little worse for the wear, but nothing that we can't handle. Now this, I'm thinking, is going to go back to the garage, get a high saddle put on it, and get used so we can finish up the only way, which is that other gateway. Got to go all the way back to the garage to come all the way back here to get that trailer that's all the way over at the dam to go all the way back to Sawless Bay. Oh, joy. But we can actually change the route up on the way back and take that other gateway. That was one of the big reasons why I started this one early, is because I don't have too many trucks right now that set up high with a high saddle. About all my high saddle trucks that can pull are all the attachers, and they sit too low. I don't know how they said it was in top condition. You look at the wobble in them back tires. Got a few bent rims on her. All right, box is clear. Looking like about a 10-second delay between the stream and reality. Maybe 8-ish. I gave it a pretty fast 10 count and just hit the 10 mark at a fast count when I passed the same mark. Looking down at Sam, almost ran right into the pole. Plenty roomy in here, though. Gets too late at night, you just crash out on that back seat. Oh, man. Skinny off tour. I got a funny feeling that would be Austrian, based off of the PFP. But it could be somebody else. He said, yep. See that? Change your name. I still know who you are. Didn't change anything? Well, it does not say Austrian guy. So somebody changed it. Alright, well, she looks way better now. Alright, do I have anything for it? Well, we can go one up on the engine. Gearbox, can't do anything with. We're going to leave the slider tires on, I think. I mean, all right. Okay. Frame add-ons. Saddle high. Let's see something. Just gotta check it out, all the goodies for it. All right. Well, she's as upgraded as she can get. Colors. Boy, it'd be nice if the color change thing moved a little faster than it does. Sounds like the sound of a can. No. All right. Oh, we don't have any of those over there yet, do we? Sawmill. Nope. Well, I was going to have you do that tricky landslide, but we got to get some medium logs to make medium planks. Oh, there's our medium logs fairly close by that we can get, but we need a trailer for that or a truck with a logging add-on. Do I have one out? Probably not. Oh, wait, maybe. It's Kenworth got it. Kenworth's a trailer. Crocodile. Where? Oh, that's a small one. Because I'm thinking there's no point in both of us driving clear back to the dam and then clear back over here. Oh, scrap trailer. There we go. If you want to take the C500 that I'm in and do that scrap trailer, we can get that handled. And then you may even be, because, oh no, that's the long and the short one that we pick up over here though, isn't it? The one that does logs and shorts. I was going to say, because that'd be great, grab a set of mediums there. But you can grab a, you can, if you want to, when you hook up to that, hit them two log frames and grab the ones from there. That, yeah. So let me jump back over here, and I will head over and get me a construction trailer. This guy at Myers seen me getting that bone, and he's like, I only give my dog bones like that at Christmas. I said, my dog's spoiled. He's also big enough, it probably won't last him very long. For 9.5 months old, he's a good-sized poopy dog already. That's probably the thing I'm going to miss the most doing this backwards is having that good gearbox. Running around with a balanced gearbox the whole time. Yeah, it's a little better on fuel, but big truck, big tires. Ah! Well, there's another nice thing about the Chimera. I just hit one of them pine trees, the big pine trees, hard enough to shake the whole tree and didn't take any damage. So she's a sturdy truck. I mean, ice cream's good year round. Ice cream and popsicles. Oh yeah. Now you're gonna hit a rock the size of a pea and total of suspension. There's a good chance at that, Lee. Good chance. Welcome in. Just wouldn't be right not to total your suspension on something miniature. No, it'll be one of them stupid bushes that the smallest bush in the world, but they wrap themselves around your axle and rip it out from under you. Kind of annoyed last night trying to finish off one last contract, and YouTube decided to screw itself up just about 20 minutes prior to ending. So in order to get it finished for the stream, I had to jump back in there for a whole, I think it was 17 minutes. I had to do a part B. Looked over and had the spinning wheel of death, and I was like, oh, I know what that happened. And then I get a message on my PlayStation that said, lost connection with the servers. So I was like, okay, it's not me or the internet. It's a YouTube thing. Turn around, fired it right back up, and it worked fine. So they must have just had some kind of a power surge or something like that that caused a break. And Lots of cement waiting to go over to the concrete plant. Yet again. Oof. For some reason, your name changed on there? Ah, Lee Evans, General Lee. Yeah. So, it's one of those things of YouTube changing things around, probably because Austrian's name changed, General Lee's name changed. They've gone to, everybody's name comes up with the @ symbol in front of it now too. So YouTube is definitely switching some stuff up. Yep. YouTube removed aliases. That's all right. It just means that we got to learn who everybody is all over again. They say it's to combat bots and ID theft. I can kind of see that. It still asks for a nickname in your profile, though. That's funny. That explains why the 0607 suddenly started popping up on my name behind everybody else's chats. I mean, fortunately, my nickname wasn't too far off of what I had for ID. There seem to be a few spots in the concrete that the Chimera falls through. Yeah. Yeah, I believe this gateway and then the that landslide over there, the landslide here by the concrete plant, and then the trees are the only roadblocks that are left to do. Other than getting the dam itself opened up. That's great. Close your eyes, you can imagine yourself out at the pond. I've thought about going into my settings and turning the music back on, because I've got it turned off, just because when I first started doing videos and stuff, I didn't want to take a chance at copyright stuff, and I've since figured out that the in-game music they don't care about. Safe? Oh yeah. You know it's going to sit up nice and high on the back of the Chimera when the Chimera had to raise it up in order to back under it. Yep, slightly uphill from the wheels to the truck. I like that. Alright. Start dragging this thing all the way around to Solace Bay. No, you should be able to get the short and the longs. The two cabins that are right on the water. Oh, Yes. Yeah. There, see? Jump on there during tomorrow morning stream and be like, hey, MJ, and you're going to answer. He's going to be like, what? Hey, Obi-Wan. Yeah. Stu's Game Box. How's it going, Stu? As the doors creak, curtains blow, water drips in corridors. Spiders scramble while Stu's coffin creaks open. Oh, see, it's coming out backwards on my TV. It says, I enter a dark room with my hands out in front of me, desperately looking for a light switch. Bumped my head on the like button, fell back on the share button, and tumbled into the chat. As the doors creak, curtains blow, water drips in corridors, spiders scramble while Stu's coffin creaks open as the old vampire welcomes the night. Ebony says hi. Like and subscribe or she'll leave a rat in your shoe. Just bail right off the cliff and get down the hill the easy way. Probably not recommended with a construction trailer. Unless you're Gareth, he'll do it. Like the Halloween spirit. That's just Stu's typical greeting. She says it's lizards today. Lizards, rats, whatever. Oof. Alright, we need to drag this trailer a little bit closer to the other side. That ought to do her. get around. Or not. We can get a little bit wider out here. Nope. Nothing there. Another big old rock. Couple of big old rocks right underneath of me. The gateway doth approach. Now, I dare say this trailer might be a bit big for at least one of my shortcuts. The one zigzagging through the trees. Might need to go the long way around on that one. Popping in and out doing chores. Chores, what are those? We don't need no stinking chores. They're like Snowrunner tasks, not mandatory but helpful to do. Alright, now I cannot go left at this one right now because the tree is still down. Mark my entrance here to that one. That put a little extra stress on that tree. Too bad you can't drop this thing off on either side of that new gateway. That would just be way too convenient. Come on. For 4.5 gallons a minute, you need to be climbing the hill. Still got to get up there and get that upgrade. But I don't believe this is the truck to do it in. I was just tempted to drop the trailer and try to drive up there, but it's awful precarious up the top of that. Ooh, don't you fall over with that thing. Nope, can't use that one. Just knock that tree right over and get it out of the way. Use the P16 and assert your dominance over the game. Look, the bridge is up again. That never happens. Yeah, he had to redo the whole task. Sam finally got tired of chewing on his bone. He's laying at my foot, it's laying at my foot, and it's getting ignored currently. Let me time of day this. 6 a.m. Alright, awesome. Trailer's in perfect condition. We can put it to work at the sawmill right away. By the way, you're free to use it if the need arises. Thanks a bunch. 330 XP, 2,700 cash. And a double logging semi-trailer. I'm probably going to regret trying to go around this way with this thing. Seems like every heavy load I've tried to pull up this hill, I've ended up having to back down and go the other way. But I've also, outside of my roof rack, I'm down to 13 gallons of fuel. And this is the quickest way to the sawmill. In fact, before I hit that hill, let me throw that fuel back in the tank. Planning on streaming a vintage PS2 game later. Hopefully you can still use the early 2000s junk controls. Janky controls, junk controls. Kind of the same thing, aren't they? Yep, probably going to have to go the other way around. It is definitely not getting up the hill. The neat thing is I've got to get this thing turned around now. Is there room down this way to turn it around? Well, yeah, if I go all the way down that way. I wonder if I can get up that hill to the back. Holy cow. What in the world was that hung up on? Nope, that is not going to do it. We're stuck between a rock and a wet spot. I am at 33 gallons of fuel, so a third of the tank right now. It decided it definitely did not want to go up that hill. So now I gotta drive all the way to the end of the block here so I got enough space to turn it around and go up the other road. I'm not sure if I would be able to go up the hill at the end down here or not. Crystal River. Crystal spelt with an I. Boy, I bet they didn't think you'd ever be taking this trailer down this road. Yeah, roof rack is drained. Oh, we have another cousin-it house. Balloons all over it. Not cousin-it, but it. Yeah, if I wasn't pulling this trailer, I could probably do it. Getting up that hill. It's going to be pretty fun trying to turn this around. All right. Yeah, this is the only spot remotely big enough to try to turn this thing around. All right, that's got me up to 61. I'm up against some. Oh, I'm up against that car. Might have to Austin Powers this. Well, thank you, sir. Actually, you put it in your roof rack, but that's okay. My truck's full, and I don't know how, because unless you emptied the tank on that. On the road, you talked to people about 18-wheelers on it. They had jacked the trailer up, moved the tail end over, and repeat 6 or 7 times. Yeah, I remember before I ever started driving truck, when I first came home from active duty, I rode with my uncle, used to drive semi and stuff, and I rode with him for like 3 days. And we stopped at this place, and it was real tight in there. And he looks at me and he goes, "I need you to help me slide these trailer axles." And I'm looking at him like, "Do what?" Isn't this thing a little heavy to be unbolting things and moving them around? He's like, "No." He says, "I'm going to rock the truck back and forth. I want you to stick your arm in here between these tires, grab that lever, and as I rock it, that'll pin will come out." I'm like, "So let me get this straight. You want me to put my arm between the tires while you move the truck?" Yeah, what could possibly go wrong here? Yeah, he told me that. I was like, "You're gotta be on crack." Come on. Climb. Boy, the mud in this one spot is awful, awful thick. Just far enough away where I can't get a winch on any of these trees. Let's see if I can manage to swing over that way and get some rocks under me instead of mud. There you go. There you go. Boy, I tell you, the hills in this area are just terrible. You got to put the work in here. Nothing. Nothing from that one. Well, that's definitely a bad idea. Really? That one wouldn't grab? All right. Well, I guess I can try that, maybe. If this doesn't work. Alright, you are not hung up on anything other than mud. Well, I guess we're going this way. Or at least we're attempting to go this way. Or we're not. Hey, Rio. Well, that's maybe useful. Or not. I don't know that I can get back up this hill this way. God, man, I should get that trailer way over to the left. Heave. Well, it's further left than it was. Now I got to get the truck to actually turn the corner. And that's where I'm running into an issue. Collision between the truck and the trailer. I've had that work for me like 3 or 4 times successfully. It's just awful hard to get it to work on the PlayStation because you'd have the same problem because your controller's only going to spin the mouse around so fast. Yep. I'm telling you. I mean, if I can get the trailer to go around that tree, I can't get up the hill, or I can't get around here because of this stupid tree in the way. Ends up right up against that tree. What, what are you doing over there, Rio? Um, well, there's plenty for you to do. You got to get in the game first. Let's see now. All right. I think it's because neither one of us have changed maps since it got put down. Nothing's going to reach that side. Oh, yeah. It's another fine mess you've gotten us into, Ollie. All right. Next trick. See if I can drag it out of here with the winch. Nothing else. Get around there and drag the back end of it around the direction I need. The code is in Discord, young man. Where do you think it is? No, well, now I'm definitely not doing anything. I'm on my side. Oh, I know why you're not seeing the code. No. Hold on. I know why you're not seeing it. that one, that one. Really? Why do you gotta go and troll me like that? Yes, yes, yes. That would be helpful because we don't use those words. That's right. Only positive thinking. Will I reach in here and grab a bag of Doritos while I wait? Is it going to be Cool Ranch or is it going to be Sriracha? Blind grab. Cool Ranch it is. That's the great thing about the paper bags as opposed to the plastic bags. You can't see through them, so you can reach in there and just take whatever you get. You know, when you can't make up your mind. No, sir. I don't know why you're even asking. You've never been given one of these yet. All right. Tricky landslide. Nicely done. Now we have access to the riverbank. 260 XP, 2,500 cash. Oh, yeah. Really? No, I was talking about I jumped up into the C500 to grab that and bring it down. Got about halfway down the hill. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know where Rio's at. I mean, the Mastodon's parked right outside the garage. I am way over to the other side of the map. All the way to the west side. Kind of northwest of the sawmill. Yeah. It'd be nice if one of the tasks actually cleared the logs out of the middle of the road. Yes. just because I know it's going to be needed out there. We're going to drag some extra fuel over that direction. Yeah, but when you go away, it goes away. You should still get over there before I do. Yeah, but I'm driving a Zix. Not the fastest truck in the world. Put back. You have obtained coffee. I have obtained Doritos. Sounds like we got us a party going. Yeah. We got a store over by us called Sobe Meats, where they make meat sticks nice and fresh. Guy at work, he's an older guy, and I help him out all the time, so he's always buying me meat sticks. I get the jalapeno pepper jack and beef ones. All those things are so good, especially like the day after they just made them. Steve says, yep, total party. Can't go wrong with Doritos, salami, and coffee. Closest thing you have to that is Aldo or Farmer's Market. Aldi? Oh yeah. You get there before I do, Rio. Let me know. Stupid all the way. Even the Mastodon, without having the biggest engine available, is definitely not OP. Except I'm ahead of you. Okay, I'm right around the corner with fuel. Isn't it? I mean, whether you're heading towards the bridge or heading towards the sawmill, it works perfect. Yep. Uh-huh. Completely. Same reason Rio's not going through the water. Two. Oh, man. What are you doing? Well, you said you were going after the trailer. With Well, the trailer's upright, but it's got to get out of there. The back end of the trailer's got to get swung around. Yeah. It's a matter of dragging the back end of the trailer around so that they can get the rest of the way out of there. Yeah, you might end up having to drag the Kenworth all the way down the hill to have room to stand it back up. Alright, that got moved forward a little bit. Now we'll drag the back end around so we can drag the front end around. This might be a little bit of back and forth switching from one truck to the next kind of thing. Not that. All right. All right. Well, let's see if I get. Oh, Rio. That's supposed to be flipped over. Correct. I make no promises. All right. I may need you to turn around, though, and pull the front of my truck. You're just out of my reach. There we go. Yeah, because I couldn't reach you. Yeah, I ain't worried about nudging the trailer out of the way. Alright, I gotta line up so I can cross the bridge without falling off of it. I know that takes all the fun out of it, right? Well, and where it becomes a problem is the fact that I got the trailer dragging me down, so my ability to turn is like non-existent. All right. What a heavy trailer. It is definitely a heavy trailer there, JL. Welcome to the show. Alright. Alright, guys, you didn't hear him, but Ian's refreshing his tea. Hydrate. Drink them if you got them. If you ain't got them, go get them. It doesn't have to be tea. It can be whatever you want to drink. Okay, then go get some tea then. Not that way. Why are you going behind me? Stupid quick wrench. Your ex-wife in that trailer? I don't know. She's your ex, not mine. I couldn't tell you. Really? Nope. Too far. Not your fault she's 30 tons. Are you sure about that? I mean, it could be your fault. Hard mission. This is the easy part. I still got to drag it across the river in Solace Bay and up the mountain. What makes it so hard is not having the best engine, not having the best gearbox. Two kids later and a bunch of cheeseburgers. Well, who made the kids and the cheeseburgers? Can't blame the incubator for that one. Right. I mean, come on, what are they thinking? The least they can do is go get the beer. Sheesh. Maybe I should have taken the boring route. Might have been a little more boring, but we'd be there by now. Oh, come on. You got more power than that. that spot's not going to be any good. The kettle is out of reach, huh? It's a kettle. You put water in it, throw it on the stove, and boil it. How can it be out of commission? Well, that's all right. I'm going to need you to come be a winch point from the front for me. Okay. Ah, I see you. Push from the back. Mr. and Mrs. Slider Chimera. Don't want that winch point. There we go. Yep, I got you. Let's ride. See, situations like this is why they have co-op. At least the struggle hasn't been because of the trailer dragging on the ground, though. It's just simply been the weight of it behind me on a hill. The tree is still down up there, so I think we have to go to the right. Yeah, that tree is still on the road, so we got to go to the right yet. I'm not sure if it's a task or a contract, but I know it's 3 service spare parts. I think it's a contract. Because it's the 3 different locations. Oh, he may be along here pretty quick. He said right around 10 p.m. UK time, and coming up on that, so. Is it? Okay, yeah, you guys went back already. We haven't gone backwards yet. He doesn't want to say Ireland. You're more than welcome to do the logging. Ah, yes. Testing a new Z2 tractor model in the winter proving grounds. All right, I am almost to the asphalt. What do you mean gonna tip over? Released your channel's 1 year music video yesterday? And your new channel theme song? Nice. All right, off to Solace Bay. Now for the fun part of dragging it all the way up the mountain over here. Hey, after all that work I did with a Tega with highway tires the other day, this should be a piece of cake, right? Gamers Deluxe, howdy. Gotta say, it gives you a newfound faith in the Tega. Nice. Just got a new PS5 game, huh? What'd you get? $75. Some toys. Death Stranding 2. Muddy path, muddy truck, muddy land, muddy everything. Drag the trailer around the corner, using the pole to keep it turning. Alright, I'm just about to the mud hole over here. RXY. Back. Nice. Yeah. I got all the best people, Rio. Hey, I like Garrison, so doesn't say much for my standards. Oh, absolutely. Heck, when I was first getting started and stuff, even just trying to figure out how to play co-op with someone, MJ spent like an hour and a half on voice chat with us trying to figure out and sort out what was... Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, no, JL. Right now, I gotta save one spot for Steve, who will be back here shortly, and gotta have a spot open for him. Confused on roadcraft because one of your maps are at 90% something. Oh yeah. Right. Well, I'm across the river. Dodgy road? There's no dodgy roads here. Because yes. Yeah. And we need, oh yeah, 10 o'clock at night. We got to change that. Do 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 do. Oh, I think this is going to be a bit of a struggle pulling it up that hill. It's struggling just getting up this hill right outside of the river. Peppa Pig is coming. Oof. What kind of videos do I like to watch? Are we talking movies or are we talking YouTube videos? Alright, well, I guess I'm not going that way. I guess I'm going through the swamp. YouTube videos, either gaming stuff or woodworking. Those are my most popular ones. With the occasional ones where people are doing stupid crap and it's getting caught on camera. What's that, Rio? Oh, I do an excellent job with some woodworking stuff. I got a funny feeling the old Chimera may need some help getting pulled up the hill. Michelle, lurking about eating? Gaming channels, documentaries, and ghost vids? Nice. Jail's getting chased by Granny and needs help. Sounds like a personal problem to me. Granny just wants to pinch your cheeks, that's all. Oh, if my granny was giving me cookies, she wouldn't have to force feed them to me. I gotta say, for the most part, I'm pretty well self-taught on how to cook. The first big meal that I ever cooked was crispy fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and some peas for dinner. And I was 7 years old at the time. Yes, I started cooking at a very young age, and I am a very good cook, but I don't like to do it. Now, I like baking, but I think a lot of that it's because baking you have to be so precise. And I mean, like, my line of work, you know, I'm a machinist. You have to do everything with precise measurements. So, like, precision's my life. I had one of my best friends, his mom, who you would think would be the one that would be trying to teach me how to do certain things. She actually had to ask me to teach her how to make a homemade pie crust correctly. Really? Why did you do that to me? On there. On there. Don't worry about yanking that tree out of the ground. Nobody cares. Well, somebody might care, but... Do I sound concerned? Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I've pretty much exhausted all the winch points that I'm going to come across between here and the end. There we go. Holding the spot for Steve, JL. Nice. For adventure. Whatever comes our way, born to be wild. Come on. Get up there. Oh, why did you have to shift right in the middle of that? No, Steve. Steve. AKA Forest Beast. Oh, come on. Get it up there. I think I found the rocks to meet my match. Yep, and I've got no winch points that are in front of me. I got one wheel that hanging up. Get the trailer over just a little bit, I can clear it. I don't think there's anything close. There we go. Yeah, and this would be a real bad spot to be stuck because it's not like there's room to get by to pull from the other side. Stu says, unhook, pull forward, winch the trailer, repeat if needed. We got her, Stu. Chelsea says, unhook the trailer, let it fall into the river. Not doing that. Way too much of a battle to get it here. Woohoo! All right, the only way. Great job. Thanks to your delivery skills, everything is accounted for, and the way is finally clear. Everyone can use the road now, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thanks again. Gateway is now accessible. 1,980 XP and 19,600 cash. And I got a promotion to something or other. Let's see, what am I now? I am rank 21. Good job. The contract kind of sucks. I've actually used this gateway quite a bit on my other playthrough, but I have more powerful trucks on the other playthrough. Well, we are going to see if I can get over here to the fuel trailer here and top off at this fuel trailer. Yeah. Not too many contracts in the area, so you mainly use it to transport supplies for the plant. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, there's the one for the water tower. Construction rig semi trailer to the water tower. Package sand and metal beams. Uh, I believe that trailer picks up in Solace Bay for that one. But actually, I want to do. You're working on the rest of those. Hey, wait a minute. Why is there a P12 stuck in the water? Okay, so it's not really stuck. Well, I figure, Rio, truck in water, it all makes sense. So what is it? The way is clear is the one going to the. No, not the. What's the one for the concrete plant? That rockfall over there. Not there. Oh, clearing the way. What's got to get done before that? Strength and spare parts. All right, looks like strength and spare parts is going to be it. That was U.S. Forest. Yep. And that is 2 service spare parts, 3 vehicle spare parts, and 2 medium planks. Oh, my map's upside down. That's why I'm scrolling the wrong direction trying to find the sawmill. Yep. 2 for 1. Every 1 log gets you 2, so because there's 3 logs in a load, you get 6 for per load. Doesn't matter what size planks. So, what do I think of humanity? I think humanity has a lot of growing to do. That's what I think of humanity. Yes, yes, it is. Uh oh. I think my game just crashed. I I can't do nothing. I yeah, most likely because okay, I got that button. Yeah, because I can't even get back to the main menu, so that means I'm gonna have to. Oh, I hope it saved recently, because that means I just the only option I have is to close it and restart it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. This may be a going into a B stream, so I may have to end the stream and restart it because unfortunately that's the way PlayStation works. So, be right back. That idea didn't work. I tried just doing the go to game hub to see what it would do. It just took me right back to the all the way in. I thought maybe it might kick me to the main menu, but nope, no such luck.